Hey everybody, if you're catching this part of the live, I may no longer be live. If you don't see the red button in the corner, I'm not here and you are watching a replay. I'm going to go ahead and share out. The fuck did that phone go off? Every time. Hello everybody coming in. Here's you guys in 1 second. Was that Synod Butte? I don't know if I'm saying that right. My eyes are not the best, so if I murdered that name, I apologize. All right, guys, go ahead and comment for me. Let me know who is here. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Oh my god. Thank you, beautiful lady. Hello, Carol. Katrina McGuire. I'm gonna go ahead and start reading. I think that's what that said. If not, I'll apologize. I'm just gonna go with people's name on the screen. If you see your name up there, then that means I'm probably talking to you. And if your reading is over and if I keep talking and I'm on another reading, my bad. I'm horrible about switching it as well. Carol, did we read it last night? Tara, did we read Carol last night? No. Try to keep it. Katrina McGuire? Yeah, that's who I'm reading right now. No, I was asking about Carol. I couldn't remember. Okay, so Katrina, it looks like if it's not happened already, it does look like there has been something that's kind of shaken your foundation, your stability, made you think or feel some kind of way. And I do feel like there was some kind of imbalance going on that's actually coming back around to right itself. Okay. Through this process, even though it may have been annoying or just frustrating, I want to say that it was a test of strength and power, and you are going to power your ass right through this. This is exactly how that's done. I want to say that I hear that you need to enjoy the simple things, the small things. Sometimes we do forget when things have been shook up to, sometimes even just walk outside and smell a simple flower. Or, sometimes it gets rough and we forget. We just forget the small things. You know, we could stub our toe, but we should be grateful even though we stubbed our toe and that sucked that we have a foot because there's some people that don't even have a leg. So sometimes it is kind of going back to basics. I do feel like that there is a decision coming in, and I want to say that it's more so a decision for you to kind of be confident in the way that you are going to move forward. I do feel like you know exactly what you need to do, but you shouldn't doubt it, and not letting anything or anybody come in and shake your stability or your confidence, knowing what you're going to do, right? Because we let outside influence, whether it be people, places, things, situational stuff, come in. But the universe is literally guiding you because this was a test period or is a test period. But I do feel like you're going to pass. And if this did have to do with job or finance, you're still going to be abundant for it. Now, what I want to say is if there was any bad habits when it came to money from the past, try not to repeat those. Because it's almost like, I want to say, you may get tested again. All right, well, let's put her under strain, or let's throw these bills out, or let's do this, and let's see what she does with it. Is she going to repeat this? Is she going to put herself under the same scope? Yeah, there is a very toxic cycle that is trying to close out. There is going to be a tower moment, which means that there is going to be very, very powerful change. But because this is a test and this is something that's trying to also close out at the same time, I think it's going to be significant. It could be something that, hits maybe even around a home, or if you're wanting to move, maybe there might be some kind of like a how bad do you want it kind of thing that would be coming in. Sometimes it's just curbing spending habits, but don't let things weigh too heavily on you because you are going to move on and move forward. I do see success when you take this pathway. Now, don't sit on too much stuff and hold it in. If something needs to be said also to somebody who is toxic, it is time to speak your truth. You know what? You're going to be better off for it. It's going to make you happier anyways. Sometimes you just got to say some shit to people. All right, so your angel number is 26. Hello, Paula. How are you? Hello, Carrie Lynn. How are you? Laura, Kathy. Look at Hey, Jeff. Well, hello, Kim. How are you? Apparently I read for somebody not here again. I keep doing that. Tracy, we have read you recently, so I'm not going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and let you know I'm not going to read you again today. That way you're not waiting around. Paula. I'm drawn to your name. All right. Paula, does the month of September mean anything to you? Because I'm going to go ahead and give you the month of September. But why are you guys giving me September? Oh my God, what is this? If you get an opportunity or an invitation to go out, I'm going to say around September and September, do so. I don't know if it's going to be like a restaurant outing, but do it. You should do it. A birthday month. It is time to make a grand entrance there, sweetie. If you've been kind of in a hermit energy where you've wanted to withdraw, it is time to exit that stage. Whatever was supposed to happen in that period of time, I feel like has already happened. And if this is something that comes in, I don't feel like it's supposed to be a long hermit mode. This is literally like a transformational period. You are supposed to be working on something else rather than sit to yourself. Right now is the time for action. Right now is the time for action. And I think that they're saying that's probably where I was getting the message you need to get out. See, I feel like there's something that you're looking for. There could be a truth, waiting to hear a truth, something, but even if it's just a truth within, something like, even if it's like, make this make sense to me. But I still think that there's going to be a dose of truth when it comes to communication. I think this is more physical, kind of like 3D reality, not like on the inside. But that doesn't mean when actual communication hits, it doesn't mean that we don't have to absorb that on the inside. But I do feel like this is something that you haven't seen or you've been waiting for. You're going to be waiting for it. It will come. The thing is I want to say, do not be stuck on any results right now, like how something is going to go. I don't feel like you should, like I said, the time is for action. And when we sit in that waiting to see what's going to happen, it kind of causes a fork in the road, stuck, stagnant. You're not supposed to do that at this time. It is like about putting back into self. Because I don't know if you felt trapped in something or just felt trapped in general. But if this is coming in, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to be letting something go. You're supposed to be spreading your wings and moving forward. Literally, I can see onward and upward, my dear, onward and upward. And the thing is certain things may have come in to push you. I do think things have come in to push you. It's more so to like make you see your worth, make you see that you can do. And I just want to say it's going to be okay. Sometimes you have to do things to save yourself. And even if that's leave other people behind, ignore them, say what's on your mind. I hope this is making sense. And if it doesn't yet, when it's coming in, remember what I said. Sometimes you got to make you numero uno. I do see an opportunity coming. See, and it's talking about the action. It's time to gravitate towards that fire energy. I don't know if you have fire in your chart, but even if not, it is more so action oriented for you right now. So if there's something that you're looking at, like, oh, I don't know, should I do this? Should I go for that? Yes. Yes. If it's sitting on your head, like, oh, you keep going back to it, yes, you're supposed to do it. There's some kind of indecisiveness that wants to show up. But you do. Oh, that hermit mode was fantastic for you, actually. Now, take any negative shit out of it. It's like you sat there and absorbed something. And you literally, your soul grew from this. Like you learned, you had a teacher-student moment. And the thing is this time period is what is actually going to open you for this new opportunity. It's like this step had to happen in order for this to come in kind of a way. It had to go in a certain order. And so when this does come in, because it's almost like the divine was baking a cake for you, and there's like going to be a cake being finished here, or at least a layer of it for you. There are going to be certain choices, and I do want to say pay attention to your dreams at this time. You're likely to get message regarding some kind of choice or decision that you should be making. So I hope that helps to resonate, Paula. Your angel number, if you want to look it up. I heard 1718. So 1718. 1718. Good, Karen. I'm glad. Hello, Julie. Hello, Susan. All right, guys, go ahead and comment for me. Let me know who is here. And if you guys have been read in the last few days, I'm probably not going to go to your name. So many people, so little time. So many people. Me and Tara try to be the little butterflies or little bees. We try to pollinate as many as we can. You little bee. Are you in there sleeping? Oh, thank you, Karen. I appreciate it. We always appreciate a share, a like, or a feedback. We very much appreciate the exchange of energy. We like to make sure we're resonating, especially since we both have had awakenings since I've been back over here. So we both have new shit coming in, and we're trying to fine tune it a little bit. Well, Carol, have I read for you recently? Usually if I don't call a name, it's because I'm not drawn to it. So there's sometimes people can get on for 5 lives, and I'm not going to be drawn to them. I'm not going to call them. I let spirit drive the car. I don't. So, and if I read somebody recently, sometimes I don't care if I get pulled to that person unless I'm very pulled to that person. I still try to give as much guidance to as many as possible. So, and if I get on and see people that I normally see on another friend of mine's lives or Tara's lives, no, I won't read them. I'm not going to negate my friend's reads, especially not my wife's. Well, if I read you recently, I guess, sweetie, that would answer your question. All right. Hello, Amy. Long time no see. Now, I don't want to sound like a bitch when I say that, but so there's nearly 8 billion or 8 billion people in the world, and we try to give as many guidance as possible. And if we keep reading the same 5 or 10 people, well, we're not really going to bring any more heaven to earth. We're just going to be therapists, really, on the side. I'm glad you commented, Amy, so I could reblock you. I appreciate that. Thanks for playing. And every time you get on my live, I'm just going to keep blocking you. So, have a good one. I hope you found a good reader to go to. And I think you know why you got blocked. All right. Jeff. I'm going to come to you, Jeff. All right. So take those. They gave me too many cards to tell you to stay away from somebody very manipulative. That there's something going on with somebody who has a very manipulative personality. And yes, the cycle is supposed to close because it's either something that keeps repeating or it's just like, this is the song that never ends, Jeff. It's just the song that never ends. And it's almost like it don't matter how much you fucking give or how much you say or how accommodating or how this you are. You are literally never going to gain ground with this person. You're just not going to. And if you've already cut this person off, keep going. Do not let any guilt or remorse or feelings kind of trigger you to want to go backwards, because if you've already closed it, it was something that was meant to be closed. So if this hasn't already come up, it likely will, because you know how people can be gone for a while and then they think, enough time has passed. Let's see. Let's test the waters with this person. You already did what you were supposed to. You already did what you're supposed to. And I also want to say that you did not get what you were worthy and deserving of. And you got screwed on something. With the Six of Pentacles. So you were either offered small or what you got was small. And that also could be something that closed out. Now, just don't be discouraged when it comes to that. Okay. there is going to be movement for you in your future, whether you're pushing for it right at this moment or not. It's like there's still positive movements forward, even if you feel like you're taking 18,000 steps back. Because I do see a move on the front. Now, even if you can't see it quite yet, you are gaining ground. There is a sense of relief, is what I want to say. There's relief also coming. So whether that be in the pain version, financial, because I'm seeing a lot of stability here, but also in my head from the other deck, I'm picturing the stable foundation. So, and that guy has like a back. But I do think that you hold a lot on your shoulders as well. Just, it's really hard to see maybe right now the direction that it's going, or fail to see, you know, why have I hit a wall, or why did this happen, or what the fuck, but why would I use the word whiplash? Just be careful in a car. Hopefully that's the thing that's already happened. And this could be something about Nick. So is there still something going on with her Nick? I want to say it's time to start thinking outside of the box just a little bit. It's like be open to new opportunities or different ideas when it comes to life. Because it's like, unless you do, you're going to keep hitting the same wall over and over and over. Like you might go good for a minute, but it keeps showing like you start to doubt your intuition, all of this, even though you're getting the direct answers. It's like you can't be, I don't want to say content, but it's like there's a lack of trust or belief in oneself to move in a certain direction. It just could be just a lot of uncertainty. I want to say mindset, and as cheesy as it fucking sounds, Jeff, for some reason I feel like I need to say this. Thoughts become things. People hear me say that all the time. But the mind can also manifest a whole lot when it comes to physical as well. Now, I'm not going to say the pain that you have isn't there, because that's bullshit. It's there. But when we get down on ourselves or start focusing on a pain, well, sometimes have you noticed how that pain or that headache, certain things can actually seem like it's getting worse, because it's like we focus on it, we notice it, and it's like, it's kind of like the hiccups when we get scared and we go, and we can get rid of them because we've broken some kind of mindset or cycle. I want to say, even with your mind set, just every day tell yourself, I won't be in pain today. I have no pain today. And it's more so, it looks like there needs to be a complete rewiring of the way that you see. Because when you hit time periods where it just seems like it's not going to get better, or it doesn't get better, it's in a way, there's kind of like a feeding of the beast. And I want to say that Sheila needs to listen to that part too. It's nearly like just keep going in another direction with your head. That way you can, maybe it might even be able to help you with the pain management. Okay, and I know that's like an off the record wall, but it's kind of like that's what I'm getting. It's kind of like get out of your head. Get out of your head. And you know what? I know that you might feel like maybe something's not going to come back 100%. And the thing is, we don't always get 100%, but sometimes 90 is enough. Sometimes 90 is enough. We just have to be a bit more gentle with some of the things that we do. And we might even have to redirect and be a little bit more creative. Think outside the box on maybe what we want to do for a living. Well, some people, for an example, my cousin worked on a farm, and there was an accident, and he could no longer do the farm labor portion. So what he did was he started making packaging. And instead of doing the farming part, he started selling the packaging to the farms that he used to work with and the other farms around where he built like friendships. So he was able to turn the one business into a side business that actually ended up being a very huge hustle. Now he's got money falling out of his ass. But who would have thought that just one stem of something? And that's just an example of kind of thinking outside the box, much less hard on the body, still doing generally kind of the same thing, but he works smarter, not harder, basically. So I do feel like there's some options out there if you're concerned about fully going back into what you were doing, that there's going to be something stemming from that. Your self-worth is still kind of wanting to shift back and forth. And the thing is I do see a light at the end of the tunnel with this. So if help arrives, let's say, and it doesn't matter if it's divine intervention, friends, family, whatever, it is okay to accept help. It is okay to say thank you. That would be fantastic. Okay, and that's even if somebody wants to carry something for you. Don't let pride bite you right in the ass, my friend. Don't let the pride bite you right in the ass. Have a little faith right now. Faith is a big one for you right now. Taking a leap. And for God's sake, trust you. Know that you at least know your body and that you know what's best for you. No doctor, nobody else can tell you that. They might say, oh, we think you should do this. Well, yeah, they're entitled to that, but you don't. You gifted turd. I hope that helps you resonate, Jeff. Your angel number is 1412. All right. Go ahead and comment for me. Who is still here? No, Kim, I can't believe it. What time is it there? Yeah, let's see. It is 2 o'clock. God damn it. Seems like as soon as you get rid of the kids to go to school, it's time to come home almost. No, that's 12 or 2. No, I was right. That's 2. So it's 6 in the morning there. Crazy asshole. All right, Kim, I'll come to you. It says your name, Kim, and the weirdest fucking bird just jumped off the fence and well, let's just say it's different than the rest. Hmm. Now I know that you and Chris are in a relationship. So if this sounds like it has to do more with Chris than you, it's just coming up in your cards. So has there been discussion about what to do with some kind of money situation or with money? Because, or maybe even just directly about money. Somebody may be worried about where to put money, what to do with it, how to save it. It's just, there's something like that. And if this isn't yet, this will be coming in. There is an unhealthy spending habit, though, when it comes to this double energy, when it comes off the finance card. Must be Amazon. But look, there is balance going to be had. I do see the scales of justice here. So there is going to be some kind of karmic balance when it does come to a financial situation. Now, I feel like there was a test of endurance, strength, like what are you going to do? How are you going to go about it? And if this is already the past energy from it, fantastic. It was meant to even some kind of score. I wouldn't be surprised if a cycle closed out with a masculine energy. Now, this could be somebody that you walk away from, or you might shut the door in their face, or you could just say, I'm not dealing with your bullshit anymore. It does show a closing out of something. Now, that doesn't mean that you completely have to cut somebody off, but it may stop a situation or just kind of be like, no, I'm not doing it. Because it's like you've learned enough. You have the divine teacher sitting here. You do have a divine wisdom. First of all, you're gifted. But I also do see a celebration. This is something that's just happened or it's about to happen. I do see a coming together or a reuniting. Okay. So this all just seems like one massive this seems, how do I want to put that? There seems like a whole lot that revolves around like a financial situation. This is like very financially based. So anybody who affects your finance, yes, it needs to close out or stop. That is something that's supposed to happen. Because either you're going to see the flags of why it's stupid or why it's not working or whatever, and it's going to be like, nah, dog, this is not the business. Oh my God, wrong phone. All right now. But yeah, this is something that's supposed to stop. It is supposed to stop. You know what? Because bitch, all you want is peace. You just want peace and quiet to be left the fuck alone. Like that might just be your energy with what's gone on. You're probably tired of overthinking something. You're maybe being worried about it, but it's like a done energy. And if you've not hit done with that shit, you're going to be. You're ready to turn your back on it. Like, make the choice, make the decision. It's time to move on from the bullshit, pretty much. Because it's you know what? Because you truthfully, you got shit you want to do, and you're tired of sacrificing everything. And if not, really, you're seriously gonna get through it. I'm tired of putting all my shit on hold. I'm tired of my shit this way. Tired of this shit. It's gonna be a fuck this, fuck that, and fuck you. Just kind of the impression. It's kind of the impression I get. So your angel number, if you'd like to look it up, is what's up with these numbers today? 45. Ooh, that's a 9 when you add them. 10s are closer. So yeah, you're right on top of a cycle ending me. Hello, Erica. How are you? No problem. You realized I was weird a long time ago with the whole saying red. Me and Kim drive around sometimes in the car, and I just turn around and say, "What's going on with this?" And she looks at me like, "What the fuck?" Well, it's funny that you said that. What you mean it's funny? I don't even need the cards. I just hear shit. But I don't. I use my card too much on here. I need to start practicing the intuitive shit, really, Kim. And when I come back, we need to go to dinner or something. It gets on her nerves. It gets on her nerves because it could be the most random of things. I might try part of an intuitive reading next. Only part because I'm still, I'm confident as a reader, but I'm not confident just spitting shit out of my mouth. I don't know. It's funny. And just so you know, Kim, I'm drinking. I'm drinking. I'm gonna have another 4 audios, motherfuckers, and probably play some pool. I think we should do that. I'm addicted to these little polo things. All right, Terry, let me give it a shot. Terry. Crawl space. What the hell does crawl space mean? Oh, at least. And maybe 5 if we're going to teach Chris some tarot, because I think I need an extra one. At least some extra shots in it. Okay. Terry, you're trying to see if something's going to move somewhere, move forward with somebody. Now, if no, don't mind me because I was just talking about her boyfriend. Okay. Why in the fuck am I hearing French? Don't mind me. Do you have any ties to France or something? I know that's random. I just started hearing like haha, s'il vous plaît, like I don't know. I haven't understood everything that's new that's come in either. So I'm still learning some of the keywords. Oh, you're going to France. Okay, see, that's what I was saying. I didn't know if I had just read Kim's comment. Okay. Let's wipe Kim off there. You bitch. I want to go there too and tell Tara that we should sneak over for a weekend because it's only like a 2-hour flight. Terry. Was somebody around you, Terry, getting married? Are you going to a wedding? If not, you may hear about somebody getting married, okay? Sometimes I say this shit within minutes, hours, days. I'll be like, oh my god, me too. Stop being afraid of loss or change or even being uncomfortable or all the above. Terry, I want to say that you're very intelligent. I feel like you're very intelligent. Even though we haven't spoke, and I can talk classy or I can talk assy. It just depends on my mood. I can go from talking like I'm homeless to talking like a freaking Stanford freaking student in a click of an eye. So I don't ever take the way somebody speaks as one thing, but I feel like there's an intelligence. And I want to say, you know what you're fucking doing. You do. So I want to say you need to utilize that for some kind of change. But I do feel like it has to do with a job or finance. And it's like either you have way underplayed your ability, because I feel like they're trying to say, what the hell? What are you, not necessarily like, what are you doing, but don't play it small. Don't play it small. Give yourself the credit that you deserve when it comes to this and utilizing that intelligence that you have to your benefit. Now, whether that be persuading, maybe an interview with your words, but it's like you absolutely have the capacity to do this. The Empress with the Triumph card, you are going to be successful. But it's like you just have to want her to go for it. There's no reason. Why is this coming up? Do you feel like some things are never going to change and you just feel like you can't make them change? I hope that's more of a past tense. But I absolutely see change. I do see you moving from one thing to another. You are going to move from one thing to another, and this is going to be a very wise decision. You are enough, bitch. Say it. Say, bitch, I am enough. I am enough. You know what? This is the way I see it. Every day, people buy lottery tickets. There's some people that sit around and go, why would I waste my money on that? But they wish they had it. But you can't win if you don't play. And the thing is why not you? Right? Why not you? Why does it have to be Joe Schmo? Why fucking not you? You are enough. You are worthy. Fuck them if they can't take a joke. And if their life sucks so much where they got to be judgy and make you feel some kind of way, well, that means that they have little dicks or little dick energy because they want to try to keep you small. People wouldn't want to try to keep you small if you weren't a threat, right? Remember that. People wouldn't bother trying to keep you small if you're not a threat, if you're not a contender. If you don't have what it takes, they wouldn't bother. They just wouldn't bother. So use that intuition and that God-given intelligence, because you know what the thing is, you know what, you're smarter than that. I think an intent is you do have a new cycle coming. You do have new balance. And you know what the thing is this is your strength period. You are fucking strong. You are. And you are worthy. You are deserving. You are Terry. That's who the fuck you are. When somebody says who you think you are, I'm Terry. Bitch. And say it from your soul. Say it from your soul. Because above all, you are a human being. You have feelings. You are worthy and you are deserving. Who gets to fucking choose what you get and what your worth is? Let them hold that. So I see you making some changes, and I see very fantastic changes for you. It is going to be in your finance or your work department, something that has worth, and you know what, your sense of confidence and worth, that's going to come back with it. Sometimes in life we have to make changes, and sometimes they have to start off in spite of other people. Not the healthiest way to do it, but you know what? Sometimes it's the kick in the ass that we need, even if it is the in spite of. Well, it did its job, didn't it? It lit that fire under your ass. But once you get going, just be like, I'm doing this for me now, not because I'm trying to piss you off. Now I'm doing it because I'm going to fly. And you know what? You fly, butterfly. Your angel number. Oh my God. Well, I don't know. I just heard sweet 16, but I'll give you that number. And that could have been somebody in spirit because that one was so out of place. Well, you just remember it, Terry. Go ahead and comment for me. Let me know who is here. Well, my God, Tara, the sun was out. Now it's crying outside. I've met a lot of bipolar people in my life, but I think the weather in Ireland happens to be the one thing that might be a little bit more bipolar. I came in here and the sun was out and I looked up, it's raining. What the fuck happened? I came in here and it was sunny, bitch. Oh my God. I'm good. How are you? Let's see. You know, I made a joke on the live one day. I'm like, I've never in my life, because I'm from California, near LA, but more in the deserty part, a little north of it, and just all this shit just blows my mind. Everybody, never in my life have I worn a jacket in May. And when I said that on the live, they're like, well, you're going to wear one in June too. If my ass is wearing a jacket in July, send help. I'm not going to know how to handle that. All right, I got you. Got you on thingy-majiggy. I was still trying to figure out what the fuck happened. I'm sitting here looking right at the shit. You know I'm blind, but like, my God, that is tripping me out. I wish you'd have seen the weather earlier. That's the fast change of it. Now, Tara, are we going to do it Thursday? Again? Did we decide on Thursday, doing it on Thursdays? Yeah. Okay. Did we decide on the time? Are we going to do it like before, like at 8? Or do we want to do 9? Or do we want to do it at 9? Are we going to do it like 8 and then roll into a live? Yeah. Okay. Just so you guys know. Yeah. Before I spoke on shit that I wasn't sure of. All right. So anybody that's interested, I'm going to post a thing later. Me and Tara are going to do another Reiki, a live Reiki session on the pages on Thursday at 8 p.m. UK time, which would be noon California time and 3 o'clock Eastern time. It'll be a 30-minute session. It'll probably go about 35, 40 minutes because we'll talk a little bit at the beginning, and then it's going to roll into a live after that. We'll end it and then restart. Remember, the Reiki sessions are timeless. I set them as timeless, so you can watch them anytime, and anybody that can hear it or see it will be affected by the Reiki. So even if you have somebody in the room listening with you, make sure they're sitting. So you guys I told you I'd still barbecue, bitch. There's a shed. I will do it in the shed. And I will sit there and carbon monoxide my fucking self to death to make a point that I will barbecue in the rain. I don't care. Remember I said that. You know what? I will do it. Take me to the store and I'm gonna buy one of those baby barbecues. I'm doing it. Now, Teresa, have you had to speak to somebody recently? If not, there may be some communication that needs to be had with somebody. Okay. And the thing is sometimes conversations aren't real easy. Sometimes we have to come in and be brutally blunt and honest. We don't always love to do that. Sometimes we worry about how people are going to perceive the information, right? But really, what it is like if communications needed to be had, it's because we're trying to fix the cycle, to stop something repetitive, something that keeps going on, or push for some kind of change. And the thing is I just want to say, when this gets to that point, if it's not yet, just be strong and hold your high ground. Okay. Now I do have the divine patience card, so it's probably not happened yet. Doesn't mean that it's not, but there could be something playing out still left in that cycle, some kind of energy, or just a waiting period before like a restart. Okay, but if not, this would be something that's going to happen. I do see the new cycle here. This is going to be. I hear repetitive themes, so it's like something that's either happened a lot of times and you're probably going to speak on it, or you're just sick of the same kind of shit. And it's likely that it's going to be that somebody that had you in your head, and if not, it's going to be somebody that made you overthink. But it's like the time is for the action when it comes to some form of communication. It's just something that needs to be done, or you did the right thing if it's already been done. You just need to let it play out and see how things are going to. People will show you who they are, if they're going to make changes, or if they're even open and receptive. Whether you're going to need to walk away or not, people will absolutely show you. But I do see that from whatever communication this is, you're going to be moving forward. Now, whether they're coming with you, that's another story. It keeps showing me a patience card, so it's kind of like a wait and see. But when this happens, just don't overthink it. Don't keep replaying it. Don't look. Just don't. Don't drive yourself crazy with it. Because the thing is, things will be okay either way, whether you let it go or not. Now, if this doesn't happen to be a person, but it does look like it is, if it happens to be like a job or job situation, well, you may be working something out there, and you may decide you don't want to be there. But you know what? Honestly, I do see you being more abundant. It's like something from this progression here that's going on with this cycle actually is going to give you a boost of confidence. I don't think that you're going to worry about speaking your truth or speaking up after this. It's going to be more so, and even if it's only with that individual or on that situation, it's like if people can't come correct, if that's what it is, people aren't coming correct with stuff, you're just going to freaking come in there like a little piranha, okay? And you're going to eat the ass off someone because you're not going to have a problem with it. You're not going to have a problem with it. You're like, nope, not doing it. And you know what? You're always going to be intuitively guided to say something, so never hold back your words whenever you feel like it's something that you really need to discuss. Because you know what? Usually it's the truth, and it's the one thing that gives us internal balance, like when we can let something out. So your angel number is 75. Yeah, that one was for you. Teresa, that was your reading. Message the page, Julie. I just saw your comment. What you mean it's been the 90s? Or you mean I'm lucky and got to miss all the swamp ass problems? But I'm coming back in June, so I'm going to be there for June and part of July. You know, the hottest part of hell, Kim. Shit. I'm coming to your house and getting in the pool, bitch. We're going swimming. We're doing that. With the margaritas and stuff. We'll make some margaritas and sit around the pool. I leave here the 18th of June, so I should be there on the 19th. And I don't know my return date in July quite yet. I have to wait to see what Dr. Cancer Center, Fuckface, whatever his name is, says. Because we both, you know, he never even called me. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you that. He never even called me. Nobody called me from the office to tell me if they approved my other panel. They didn't even have the balls to call me and tell me. So I'm going to let him know that his clown college degree ain't worth shit when I go in. Just so you know, I'm going to be a bitch. But you know what I'm like. When he said he was confused, and I said, that's fucking obvious. Well, I guess as you'll see me. I wish you was coming too, bitch. Come on, Terry, we'll just go. Get your passport and just come off. Except you'll have to probably leave before me. I'll just catch up with you. See what's it. I miss you too, Kim. Wedgies all the way around. For you and Chris. All right, let me see. What's it say, Karen? All right, Tara, you can come, but you got to bring a bikini. Okay, I fixed it. I don't know what I hit, but I touched something else. Are you serious? Don't mind me. Karen, are you still here? Oh, and you know what? When you're there, Tara, you can go with this, but you have to touch Kim's wiener. You have to touch her wiener. Her wiener's super soft. And for anybody who's thinking dirty, Kim has a wiener dome. Okay, I don't think she's still here. All right, go ahead and comment for me, guys. Let me know if it's still here. Obviously, my comments are busting or something. Oh, there she is. Man, you guys, delay on the lives anymore is so long. Tara, you could have come to America and back by the time the comments are Karen, I feel like there's a letting go and there's a starting of something new coming. It does show that there is like a building stage, building period going. But I do want to say it's fantastic that you let go of the old and are bringing in the new to try something different. And the thing is if the past thing, well, if it happened to be a person that you got away from who always started shit, or who always caused conflict or talked shit or made you feel some kind of way, great. I'm glad you let it go. If this was a hostile work environment, even, good. Whatever it was, it needed to be dropped. If this is something that is in process, you're doing the right thing. Okay? Because whatever this Five of Swords is here is not the business. You would not be at the same vibration as this person, place, or thing. Toxic, toxic, toxic. So, whether it be already done or in process, high five. High five. Because absolutely it's supposed to close out or be gotten away from. You know, the thing is the bondage of the past would almost say whatever was holding on, being like a little anchor to you when it came to this toxic shit. You're literally, there is a whole period of healing that's coming in. And yes, there is more stability, happiness, structure, what I want to say, coming right at you. Now, sometimes when we go through these periods of change, yes, help is needed. And even if that's a friend to lean on, or, you know, if we're moving a house away from someone or a town to get away from something toxic, you know what, take it. It's okay. Sometimes it's hard to trust things after we've gone through such toxic periods or been around such toxic people. And the thing is something may have knocked your confidence, but it is coming back. I see the growth within the assertiveness, the confidence, the, you know what, this is what I want. It's because this learning period, the heartbreak, the loss, the heaviness, the grief, whatever resentments and things that grew within this turmoily period, it gave you or is giving you a more clear vision of what you want. You know so more now what you want than you ever have. The new opportunities, the new restarts, the starts, that I want to try this and I want to do that. You're seeing what your peace looks like. Good. Your intuition is also yelling at you in certain ways too, but it's also, I feel in some way, it may feel like certain things might not work out. And let me just throw out a couple examples. It doesn't have to be your story. And I know these might seem like little petty things, but they're still signs nonetheless. So let's say you're a real big giver, right? And it seems like every time you maybe give money, or every time you give time, energy, and effort, and even if it's very little, it blows up in your face, or a bill comes up for you after you've loaned money, or if in some aspect it feels like no good deed goes unpunished. That's not really what it is at all. It's because you're not supposed to be so giving or so free with things. It's because you're supposed to be putting more into yourself. Now is the time of self-love because you went through all this shit. It's like, okay, so you've learned. Okay, the one thing you're supposed to learn is how to give in moderation. Sometimes overgiving is a sign of codependency because, you know, we want to overly give into shit and overly do for people because we get sick and tired of people leaving our life, and then we find ourselves overdoing it. At a certain point, if we do it right, we don't give a shit anymore. It's like, okay, I'm not necessarily, I don't want to say minimally give, but give much less than we used to and not really give a shit about the outcome. Like, if I'm not giving you all this and doing all the rides, paying for that for you and taking you here and doing that, if you're still going to stick around and be around and still give to me, all right. That's the stuff you're supposed to give to. Things that want to be reciprocal, not over the top. That shows a big sign of healing when you get sick and tired of doing so much for other people. It doesn't mean it's selfish. That's the hardest thing for people to realize. It's not selfish to not give so much. It just means you care about yourself as much as you do the person or other people. because you got to treat yourself like you're also a separate entity sometimes, because we don't always get that back in return. It's about letting go. And the thing is that will still come back to you. You'll still receive forms of abundance once you learn how to give to yourself. Because first of all, it's like one of those, I can buy my own flowers kind of thing. You don't need shit from anybody else, but you know, or they do give because you're not able to give anyways. But you're going in a really good direction when it comes to learning and closing out. This is, I want to say high five still. That's fantastic. The minute that you learn fully who you are and what you're about, the more you know about you, the more you know about other people, you can save yourself before you can even run into the wall. Because you'll know something's not for you, or a certain type of person is no longer for you because you've outgrown shit. So your angel number is 1976. This will keep getting bigger where I can't see anything. The actual hell. Why is it doing that? Well, hell. Well, you're welcome, Karen. Good freaking job. Keep going and rock the socks off. All right, guys, I'm going to be back tonight, and I will see you then. And I can't, my comments got weird. I can't see, but whoever said don't forget me. No, I didn't forget you. I just, didn't want to read you. But maybe another day. See ya.